Maryam and her mother Nana live in Kolba. Kolba means a small house made of mud. Jalil is Nana's husband who visits the Kolba once in a week on Thursday. Maryam destroys the tea set her mother had gotten as an ancestral gift. Upon this, Nana gets mad, abuses Maryam as harami. Maryam does understand that harami, which means bastard, is a despicable word, but she couldn't understand the real meaning of it because she is too young for that. However, later she begins understanding its meaning, that harami is an illegitimate person. Unlike Nana, Jalil loves Maryam and tells her the story of Herat, the city of aesthetically rich Persian, where Maryam was born. Jalil tells her that when she was a kid, he would take her to the city. The Kulba is within a walking distance to Herat. Maryam could not go. All in all, Jalil seems to be an optimistic side of life for Maryam. Nevertheless, Nana denies Jalil's claim and makes Maryam believe that it never happened. Rich man tells rich lies. Jalil casts them out from the city happily. What happened that Jalil made her pregnant? Since Nana was a housekeeper and Jalil developed intimate relationship with her out of wedlock. Therefore, Nana was then thrown out of the house. Nana always complains about that. Maryam couldn't stop Nana and listened to her dutifully, but inside her heart, she loves Jalil for presenting the enlightened side of life. Now, about Jalil family, Jalil has 3 wives and 9 children who are strangers to Maryam. He is a rich man in Herat and owns a cinema. Maryam hasn't even seen it but heard about it. Now, analysis. Introduction. The very first chapter sets a stage for the dominant theme of feminism. It's all about women's life in man's society. In other words, it prepares us to see whether the text is patriarchal or anti-patriarchal. Now, how to decide whether or not the novel is anti-patriarchal? It's very simple. Look at the attitude of the author towards men and women in the story. Now, to make it no more a puzzle, let me tell you that this is a completely anti-patriarchal novel. Furthermore, it's very easy to decide whether or not the novel is anti-patriarchal. From a modern research point of view, as a researcher, you need to investigate reasons behind the novel being anti-patriarchal. Why is it anti-patriarchal? What are the issues author tries to spotlight in our patriarchal society? Focusing on the context, why do men have developed discriminative mentality against women? If there is a problem, I mean research problem, is it men's problem or women's problem? However, let's have a brief discussion regarding first chapter by highlighting feminism and Marxism. Even though there is Marxist feminism in there, but I will discuss it while collecting more data from the upcoming chapters. Now, first of all, feminism. The subtitle is Women's Objectification. The very opening chapter demonstrates women. Here Nana and Maryam is submissive, fragile, sexual and irrational objects. We could see that Jalil has 3 wives. Still he sees Nana is a sexual object, thereby making her pregnant with Maryam. This makes the text anti-patriarchal in a sense that it offers an insight to the society where there is no equal law for both men and women. Shockingly, all the moral and social laws are man-made. They only entertain man. Here is it evident in the text. Society casts Nana out while forgiving Jalil, who equally participates in a sinful extramarital affair. Jalil neither supports her emotionally nor makes her his fourth accepted wife. Now question arises. Jalil has other three well-facilitated wives who might entertain every bit of rights. What do you think about their stand and status in the society? Can we say that Nana and Maryam case is exceptional one and all the other women receive due rights? The answer is no. Because if Jalil provides every bit of sexual and social rights to his wives, why would he keep extramarital relationship with Nana? This is the question. Jalil is exploiting women of every status. It is just because he is a man, a wealthy man. Chapter 1 reflects Jalil is a negatively playful man. The reason is that even though he has three wives, he keeps extramarital relationship with Nana and makes her pregnant. Now the problem is that society accepts Jalil with that immoral relationship but rejects Nana with it. Jalil doesn't even bother to claim her as his fourth wife, so he makes remote kolba for her. This disappoints Nana and makes her hysteric, which is quite logical. Maryam is deprived of her soulful childhood and education. All she waits for is one happy Thursday with her father, which is sugar-coated with false promises. Now coming over to Maryam. Maryam is a female, is a biological part but tainted with black color of harami, which means bastard, even though she has no fault in it. Khalid Hosseini himself writes in the first chapter that it is the creators of the harami who are culpable, not the harami, whose only sin is being born. According to Peter Berry, gender study has three main characteristics: female, feminine, and feminism. Female is a biological part. Feminine has the connection with culture and society, while feminism is associated with politics, women's rights of voting, and political status. Now, injustice with Maryam begins from the very first step, when she is a baby girl. No one is happy for her. The worst case scenario with Maryam is that before her birth, she gets a label of harami. Now coming over to the next theme is Marxism, and also seeing it from research point of view as well. What is at the heart of Marxism is that it always presents two different classes, poor and rich, proletariat and bourgeoisie. This chapter highlights Harris City, where there is Jalil's three wives and luxury lifestyle. Harris City, which is quite against Kolba, where Nana and Maryam are thrown to live. Furthermore, central to the Marxist ideology is economic status. Since Nana belongs to lower class, therefore she has been thrown away. Nana does have rebellious nature. She knows what is wrong with Jalil and patriarchal society, but she cannot express it because she depends upon Jalil's financial support. So what makes her submissive to Jalil is her financial instability. The conclusion is, keeping all these injustices in mind, Khalid Hosseini holds a real mirror to the society where disenfranchised women are toys used by men. Most often we see in our society where poor women attract towards wealthy men. Maids in a wealthy family is considered to be personal property by men. These are the issues Khalid Hosseini attempts to highlight.